Hi guys, today we are doing grade 12 maths paper 1 and we are looking at question 3 from the November 2025 paper. We are told the depth of a torpedo below sea level forms a quadratic pattern where 0 meters is at sea level. A submarine tracked a torpedo in 1 second intervals. The depth that the torpedo reached is given in the table below. So there are our numbers, and we are asked in 3.1 to calculate the depth of the torpedo at the end of 5 seconds. So what do we want there? T5, right? So before we do that, we want to, whenever we get a quadratic sequence, we want to find the first and the second differences because that's how we figure out the Tn, the general term, which I see is the question in 3.2. So we're going to write out the terms. So 36 and then 71, 104. And then of course the next ones will be T4 and T5. Okay, so this is T1, T2, and T3 that they've given us. T5 will be the 5 seconds. And so by doing this, we will immediately get our answer for 3.1 once we are done. So let's work out the first difference. I'll do that in pink. So that's 71 minus 36, which is 35. 104 minus 71. Well, that is going to be 29 plus 4, which is 33. So we know that our second difference is going to be 33 minus 35, which is minus 2. Okay, so what's going to happen? We take 2 off 33, and we will know that that will give us this value here, the difference between T4 and T3. So that'll be 33 minus 2 is 31. And the next one, of course, will be 29. We can see that there. Okay, so just to complete it there, because I couldn't see it too nicely, this value here is minus 2, right? Okay, and so now we can get T5, right? Because T4 and T5. So T4 is going to be 104 plus 31. So T4 is equal to, and this is fine, this can be your working, so you'd put this as your working for 3.1, would be 135. And then 135 plus 29, that's going to give us 164, right? Okay, now, so that's T5. So T5 is equal to 164. Now they want us to show that the depth of the torpedo at the end of n seconds was this term here. Well, this, should I say, formula. All right, so Tn, so we know that the bottom 2a is equal to the second difference, right? So 2a is equal to negative 2. Then we know that 3a plus b is equal to the 35. And then a plus b plus c is equal to the first term. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so 2a equals minus 2, therefore a is equal to minus 1. Then we know that 3 times minus 1 plus b, I'm substituting negative 1 in for a here, it is 35, and so we get b is equal to 38. All right. And then our a plus b plus c, so that's a is negative 1, b is 38, and c is what we want, is equal to 36, and we see that we will get, it was 38 minus 1 is 37, take that across, 36 minus 37, c is equal to negative 1, and we have indeed proved that it is. There's the negative 1 in orange. Let's show the 38 in yellow. Okay, so that's over there. And then the C is -1. So it's all looking excellent so far. Okay, now they want us to calculate the maximum depth. Okay, so remember the maximum depth, if this is -n squared plus 38n minus 1, what we are ultimately looking at with a quadratic sequence is a quadratic it would be a parabola, wouldn't it? And if it's negative, it's a sad face. And so, yes, you would indeed have a max. So how do we find the turning point of a parabola? Well, we can just say that x is equal to -b over 2a was our formula. But of course, we're not looking for x here. We are looking for n, because it's not negative x squared plus 38x minus 1, it's n. So actually, it's just a simple change of our n is equal to say negative b is equal to 2a. Well, n is equal to negative b over 2a. All right, so then I can sub in my b. Okay, so I'm just going to do that here on the side in white. So negative, and then our b was 38 over 2 times a. Now a was -1, so the negatives cancel, and we are going to get 19. All right, so all we do is simply now sub in, because now we know our max is at n is equal to 19. But this is after how many seconds, right? So 19 seconds would be when it reaches the maximum depth. So, but what do we want? We want the actual maximum depth. So we're going to say T19 equals, I don't know if you can see this in white. Hopefully you can. Let me change it to black just in case. And so that's going to be, everywhere we see an n, we're going to replace it with a 19, right? So negative 19 squared plus 38 times 19 minus 1. And we just put that into our calculator. The other thing we can do, guys, is I'm going to show you a little trick here. So we would get this answer if we put it in our calculator, but I also want to just give you guys a little bit of a safety net if you write this out. And so if you've got the white calculator or the silver calculator, which is now just the silver calculators, it used to be about 600 Rand, but after they brought the white ones out, these silver ones, which do the same thing, are only 299. I don't want to say where. No one's paying me to advertise, but check it out. You can find them. Okay, so what we do is I'm going to actually do the equation mode, and I'm going to put in my A, B, and C using this 3. So I go equation mode number 3. Now our A is -1, right? Our B is 38, right? 38. And our C is -1. Okay, now these will give us, those should give us more, I've made a mistake here. So we can actually just check this quickly. -1, that is correct. 38 is B. And yeah, so this is correct. Okay, so that's weird. It goes at a, okay, so its roots are weird. Okay, but that's fine because we do got our maximum value at 19. Okay, so okay, no, that's fine. We don't need even roots. It just means that yeah, that's fine. But we do get confirmation x value maximum is 19. So that's great. But then it also tells us the y value is 360. So we can actually just put 360. And what we've done there is we have now checked our answer. So it's 368 meters, right? Because we got 19, and then when we checked, we also got 19. Now, after how many seconds was the torpedo at 104 meters below sea level? Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to then say, well, when is it below sea level? So now this one, we're expecting to get a whole number. The other one we didn't need to, but now we are going to expect to. So basically what they're saying is when is Tn equal to 104? So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to do that. Yeah, I can actually do it at the bottom. It's fine. Just a little bit of space. Hopefully, you guys will be able to see it. So what we're going to say is when is this value going to be 104? And we'll do some manipulation after that. So 104 is going to equal our negative n squared plus 38n minus 1. We take everything to the same side. So let's get it all to the left-hand side. So n squared, 104 plus 1 when it comes over is 105. And then it's the 3n is going to be minus 3n, which we expected. So we get plus 105. We should be getting, it's 38n, that's why. Minus 105. Okay, so we know the value is going to come to 35. And we know the one value is 3 because they told us, because we can see that it's 3. So we know our brackets. This must be plus 105 because we need to get two values that are positive. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to get, so the beauty of this is we could put it in our calculator, but I'm not going to, but you can if you want to. We know the one value is 3 because of the 3 seconds at 104. So then we just say, well, what's 105 divided by 3? That's going to be 35. Okay, and so we get there. And so our answers are n equals 3 and n equals 35. Now these are 35 seconds. So after how many seconds? It's going to be 35 seconds. Okay, so that is our question 3 done. And if you like that, please do so with that finger of yours on they always say smash that subscribe button. I don't know what that means. Are you supposed to be breaking your laptops at home, smashing the subscribe button? I don't need you to do that. Please just gently just push that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one.